Group B, first round FIBA Asia World Cup qualifying, and they finish in disgrace. Can't miss from downtown. Just keep feeding Chris Golding.
Well, and it's just a great play again. Chris Golding really ran over the top of that screen to the keyway and then came back the other way as it's all happening now. Oh!
And this has got wild in the Philippines. Out of control in the Philippines. Punches, kicks, fans, the bench is cleared.
You are kidding me.
This is out of control. This could well see the game abandoned.
We obviously can't see, but there's an Aussie on the ground there.
Well, these are sad, disgraceful, deplorable, abhorrent scenes in the Philippines. Nathan Sobey has been assaulted.
Are you kidding me? And again, we couldn't get a camera angle, but there must have been 15 or 20 Filipino players around Nathan Sobey and Chris Golding. You saw Luke Longley run from one end of the court to be able to stick up for his teammates. This is disgraceful.
Shane, I have never seen anything like this in all my years covering professional sport involving Australian teams.
Hello everybody, welcome to Word of Truth. This is another episode of The Purge, and we will be purging into the end of the year. But also you should be purging daily, dying to your flesh. Hey man, what can I say? There's a lot of short tempers, a lot of angry people out there, people that can't control their emotions, and the recklessness that's been going on in the world today can't go without notice. I can't help to see what I see. You know what I'm saying? We have the Olympics going on. There's so much drama going around that. I never seen so much drama in the Olympics. When I was coming up, the Olympics was the most safest sporting event when it came about. Today you have all type of allegations. You have drug abuse, you have stress, you have activists trying to push a message. You got all types of stuff going on in the Olympics, and the American NBA team is not putting up a good fight in this tournament. They are probably the worst USA team ever to be assembled, to ever played. And that's just facts. So they're getting their tail whooped. But congratulations to everybody's participants that's in this Olympics. Anyway, let's get on to some more news. Roll the next clip.
It was a crazy scene on the highway that at first looked like an out-of-control case of road rage, with people pummeling a vehicle with whatever they could grab. But Jim Murray says actually these were good Samaritans in action.
A crowd tries bashing in the windows of a pickup truck on an interstate. They use anything they can get their hands on, even a sledgehammer and a baby stroller. At first glance, it looks like a case of road rage, but it's not. They were actually good Samaritans rushing to help a motorist, unconscious, slumped over his steering wheel on a busy interstate. Video shows the truck drifting down the highway in Atlanta as strangers run alongside, trying to get the driver's attention. Jordan Carter captured everything on camera. The truck comes to a stop. The Good Samaritans can't get the driver's attention, so they spring into action, smashing away at the passenger side window. Pastor Quay Tucker had just left church when he stopped to help.
We took the jack and tried to bust out the front window, and I was out of luck.
Finally, Good Samaritan Jelani Kimball targets the truck's back window. Success.
For me, it felt good.
When paramedics arrived, they treated the driver, who was suffering from a medical emergency.
We're just proud that we all could come together like that.
But when video of the rescue hit social media, Jordan says people assumed the worst, accusing the Good Samaritans of road rage.
I was definitely disappointed.
That's why Jordan says she released the video to get the truth out.
It brought joy to my heart. It felt good to see people, strangers who did not even know each other, to come together.
The Good Samaritans were able to use the man's cell phone to contact his wife, who says her husband is now doing just fine.
Yes, there are still some good Samaritans out there. Yes, the Lord works through people to do righteous things. We are not righteous ourselves. Actually, I was riding. I rode past this. I actually rode past this. I think it was the aftermath, because when I rode past, they already had the car door open, and the ambulance and whatnot didn't show up yet. So I actually did ride right past this. Like, I actually rode right past this, and when I first saw it, I wasn't thinking that it was people trying to be destructive. I looked at it exactly for what it was. It looked like they was trying to help somebody. I can tell when there's people trying to be helped and then there's confusion. So for the people that was thinking that they was trying to do something wrong or trying to harass people, all black people ain't the same, okay? You have just some real reckless ones and you have some great people, you know? So it's good to see that, you know, there's some sane people out there, because normally on the highway, as I ride past, there's many things that happen. People just ride past. Now, regarding me, if it's something I can't help, it's no business of mine. You know, the Lord give you gifts and things to help other people, and there's some things I just can't help. You know, and you know, I'm not going to sit there and put myself in a situation where I can't help. Now, in this situation, I can help. You know, because this is a situation where there's life and death. And this man was probably going to die if he didn't get no help. So thank God for that there's some good people out there still. And our narratives ain't true. I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's roll the next clip.
A new poll says Americans think the country is moving in the wrong direction. Optimism about where we are headed as a nation over the next year dropping nearly 20 points since May, with 55% saying they felt pessimistic about the future. But can you blame them? Try walking down the street in any major liberal city. NYPD releasing new video of a brutal mugging showing the effects of an unpoliced city. A lowlife repeatedly punching and kicking a 68-year-old man. It's as old as Kilmeade. Knocking him unconscious and then rifling through his pockets. I wonder if the press will be as attentive to these videos as they were for those in which police were involved. But progressive Democrats who pushed for less police aren't worried. They're too busy hiring their own private security to keep them safe. Campaign filings reveal squad member Cori Bush spent $70 grand on private security while calling to defund police. Trey Gowdy ripping into the hypocrisy.
I don't know about your city or state, but $70,000 would get you your own personal police officer in South Carolina. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Cori Bush tells us she is progressive. The better word might be hypocritical. She wants to defund your police while she has a robust personal security detail in Washington and St. Louis.
Don't listen to these people that got money, that live in gated communities, that rolling around in $100,000 car and living in $1 million mansions and walking around with 30 to 50 around their neck and their wrists and their ears and whatever. Don't pay attention to these people that's talking about defunding the police, because they got high security. They make sure that they're secured, and they're always going to be secured because they got money. How can a person with a lot of wealth can sit there and tell people to defund the police? Again, people can't police themselves, so who's gonna look out for the community? I mean, it's not like back in the days when we had neighborhood watch. We don't have neighborhood watch no more. There's a no snitch rule. So that's the type of world we living in. Don't listen to these hypocrites, man. Tell these hypocrites, if they want to defund the police, get rid of the security. How about that? Roll the next clip. Nonsense.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
Mr. O'Neill,
All right.
Listen, stop.
All right.
Listen to me.
I'm not
You're not going to raise your voice again.
I'm not going to raise my voice again. I'm not.
I will have you removed from this courtroom. I can sentence you without you being present.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't conduct
I
yourself.
understand, Your Honor.
Thank you.
But I will say, I'm sorry for your loss.
19 years I've been at this job. I've seen human beings killed at the hands of others in every way imaginable. You name it, I've seen it. Shootings, stabbings, drownings, suffocatings, blown apart by cars in DUI manslaughter cases. Horrible things. This is the worst case I have ever seen as far as the facts go. When the person from fire department, when he testified, and when he said that he retrieved the body of Ronivia O'Neill from the home, and all he could do was sob. It took every ounce I had not to start sobbing too. Because there is no way any person with any feeling could have witnessed or seen the photos of what occurred that night and not be haunted for the rest of your life. I know I will be. For the rest of my life, I'll be haunted by what I saw as far as the evidence and just the abject cruelty of it all. The abject cruelty. And I was aware, because I reviewed a lot of the discovery ahead of time, as you well know, did a lot of in-camera inspection of a lot of documents. And I was aware there was some evidence, at least, that when you needed to recover from your gunshot wound, that neither your parents nor your Aisha, Ms. Robinson, would let you come recover at their home. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to get into a dispute. I'm just mentioning there was some evidence referencing that in the records. And all I could think about, because I knew that Miss Barron was not with you romantically at the time. And I knew that she just, out of the goodness of her heart, let you come stay with her. And it is beyond tragic that that critical decision ended in so much horror for her and for her children. It is unspeakably cruel what happened as a result of that one decision. The way that Ms. Barron died was horrific, and that 911 call, which captured truly all of it. You heard, and everyone who's heard that 911 call heard a death scream. If anybody ever wants to know what it sounds like before a human being dies, knowing that their death is imminent, that's exactly what it is. That was a death scream.
We're going to see if it's true.
But what happened to little Ronivia and to little Ronnie, but I'm going to focus on Ronivia, because she was special. And you could tell Miss Barron had done everything she could to create a beautiful home for her family. I noticed that the Ronivia's bedroom, before you set it on fire, you could tell she tried so hard to make her feel like a princess. Kenyatta did everything she could. And I noticed too in the kitchen, on the refrigerator, she put up magnets that said faith, love, family, hope. And then you know what else happened to that refrigerator during that night? It got splattered with blood all over it due to what happened. Little Ronivia, she couldn't scream, she couldn't run away, and she witnessed what you did to her mother. far as shooting her mother in the arm with the gunshot. She knew. And the horror that child suffered. And she already had a life where she was born with challenges regarding her physical and her mental disabilities. But the pain and suffering that she suffered that night at your hands, unspeakable, absolutely unspeakable. And at the moment, that first time you struck her with that hatchet, and little Ronnie testified that all he could see was tears coming out of his sister's face. At that moment, that child knew. She knew she was being betrayed in the cruelest, most tragic and sorrowful way that a child could ever be betrayed. She was being betrayed by her parent, the one person that should be there to protect their children and love them and keep them from harm. And that was the last thing that child felt before she passed on from this earth, was your utter, cruel betrayal to her. And I read somewhere, and I don't know if it's true or not, I have no idea, but I read somewhere that souls pick their lives, and that they know exactly how difficult their lives are going to be before they enter into this world. And I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, Ronivia O'Neal is one of the bravest souls I have ever come across in my 54 years on this planet. One of the bravest ever, ever, because she suffered so traumatically.
After looking at this, and I looked a little bit further into this, this is part of my message. This is part of my message. There's no reason for a man or anybody, just a human being, to act the way he act. Even if you go back and look at all of the coverage on this, even the trial itself, with him talking and stuff like that, it's something deeply disturbing. This man, he killed his baby mama, the mother of his child, killed this child and tried to kill the other one. Again, there is a deep hatred in men and why they do what they do. There's no reason for a person to act in that manner other than that he has some deeply sorrows and troubles that he needs to bring out. Obviously, this man is angry. Obviously, he needs serious help. And I don't know, jail is not going to do it for him. Jail just going to keep him from killing. Jail's going to keep him out of the way. But as long as he has that spirit in him, which has to be, like I said, where are the fathers at? Where are the mothers at? See, back in the day, this young man right here, he would have been stopped in his tracks a long time ago. But we live in a generation where anything goes, everything goes, nothing matters. Everything is mental illness. Why they didn't say he has mental illness? Why? It's all the same thing. Anybody that kills anybody, something's wrong with them. I mean, if you can't be a human being and talk your differences, especially with your loved one, I think killing your loved one is one of the worst things you can ever do. Killing is bad, but killing your loved ones is like a whole nother situation. That means you have no regard for nobody. I don't trust you if you kill your blood. I can't trust you. I can't trust you if you kill your family members. I can't trust you. I can't trust you if you kill your friends. I can't trust you. There's no way I can trust you This young man right here has a long road ahead of him. If somebody don't get in his ear and tell him to tell the truth and shame the devil, he will be forever tormented. He's in bondage and he needs release. And now that he killed his release was his family. I don't want to start preaching because I'm not going to be too long on this one. But his whole purpose, he killed. He destroyed his life as we speak. Unless he repent and the Lord take him in. That's the only way. And while he's still here, he has a chance. So I don't give up on him, brother, but I say this. I'm just an honest person. It doesn't look good. So, let's roll the next clip.
You can talk to me. Go ahead. That's all right. It's fine. They charged my sister though. Okay. They disrespect my sister.
So please, when I walk up, and you're going aggressive towards them,
they trying to charge my sister.
We're gonna walk out to the car. We're gonna stay inside. You're just being detained at this point.
What's wrong with detaining for?
Right now, harassment.
Wash your eyes. The one that got sprayed with names. Because they jumped my sister just 2 days ago. They hurt my sister. They just hurt my sister. They just jumped my sister is a month pregnant. My sister is pregnant. My sister is pregnant. What? The other girl got mixed. They blind because they east or they white.
Hey, hold on.
So you're hurting my arm.
Hey, stop pulling away.
I'm not pulling away. I got beat by a cop before. I'm not pulling away from you. I'm black.
We're gonna go to the office.
Are they gonna jump me? Wow.
Okay, let's go to the office.
If it wasn't for Esau, you would be fine, right? Come on. If it wasn't for Esau, I would beat your ass. I would beat your ass. He's trying to arrest you. Take the kids. Take the kids. I'm gonna leave. All right. No, my sister is pregnant.
Okay.
My sister is pregnant. No.
Okay, stop.
My daughter is right here. Get off of me. Yo, ma'am. Get the fuck off of me. Get off. I don't care. It didn't go. Get the fuck off of me.
On your back.
Get off of me.
You're gonna get on me.
Get off of me. I'm pregnant. Get off. Yo. Stop. My daughter is right here. You can't be sick. Get the fuck off of me. Yo.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
I really don't know how to come at this because I see this a lot. I seen this a lot when I did security, and you know, people, especially black people in urban areas, and they just don't know how to act. And during these times and these days, this is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get. It's not a lie. It's the truth. I've seen plenty of videos where females, urban females, cussing out a black cop for no reason. He's just doing his job. I saw another video. I was going to put that out, but I couldn't find it. In this situation, it's the same thing. You got people coming out the woodworks. You had this lady with the orange red dress looking like a harlot. Looking like she just came from Club 69. All in the business, all in the mix. Don't even know what's going on. She just came out of nowhere. What are you doing? Now, my thing is this. Once authority is on the scene, everything should stop. Everything should stop. Everybody should be cooperative. This goes again. Where was this bad parenting? Or is just this rebellious children? You pregnant, but yet, and you got a child with you, but yet you still proceed to act the way you act. The female told me something, they jumped my sister and she's pregnant. Okay, why are you in the store in a confrontation? I don't know why they came there initially. I really don't care. But the point is, they had to be detained and separated from whatever the situation they was in. And the cop that punched the female, well, she was trying to bite him. I mean, that's just a normal reaction. Now, I'm glad he didn't punch her in the face. He held his own and punched her in the neck, kind of like on the side of the face, side of the neck, kind of like just to let her know, hey, it's not that sweet. Now, some people may go against that, but hey, what would you do in that situation if somebody's trying to bite you? Don't you know you can get sick? Hey, they got coronavirus out here. Remember that, people? They got a stronger strand of virus. I don't want to get bit by somebody that has the coronavirus. Okay? That's your argument. So to stop that from happening, he had to use force. It's called force. When you're in training, you have to use force if necessary. Again, a person trying to bite you, that's a life-threatening thing because you don't know what that person is carrying. You don't know what type of diseases this person is carrying, and you don't want to bring it home to your family. So I don't have a problem with him doing what he did. It's not like he punched her and continuously punched her. He hit her, knocked her down. It is what it is. Then you got the dude on the side, all buffed up. You know, he ain't gonna do take off your badge, take off your badge. Well, I hope he never hit a woman in his life. I hope he's not an abuser, because he needed to mind his business also. I get it. I get it. But you have no place in that. You could have got detained and thrown in jail. Then what you gonna do, big tough guy? Everybody coming out the woodworks. And then if you look at it, look at the video, there's none but the black people. The white people covering their kids' eyes, moving away. Black people, they got to be all in the midst, taking a picture, putting the video out so it can go viral. That girl, that lady that was in that little dress right there, Lord knows. I'm going to leave it alone, man. This is 316. It's another episode of Purge. I got another recording that I'm going to do today. This is going to be called what's this? I was going to do divination and soothsaying, but I'm going to still hold off on that. I'm going to take a break probably from recording for a while. This month is my birthday month, so I may take a little hiatus and get some other things done behind the scenes. But in the meantime, I still got a lot of videos to cover, a lot of topics to cover. And we're going to do that. And look out for another teaching on parenting. I did restore order parenting. I didn't even get into the whole concept of what I was trying to say. You can go check that out. That's the introduction. And today we're going to go into a little bit more. And hopefully y'all tune in for that. Thanks to everybody that's listening and been supporting, viewing, liking, sharing. I love you guys. I do this for you people. Doesn't matter how many people that you got in front of you. It's what you do with the people that you have. It doesn't matter how much talent that you have. It matters what you do with the talent. And the Lord gave many talents to his people, and we're supposed to use it and come back not having less than we had before. We're supposed to increase. And who gets the increase? The Lord. And the only way you can get that increase by the Lord is through the Holy Ghost. And if you have the Holy Ghost, you have all things. This is 316. Once again, word of truth. I love you guys. Stay safe. Happy Sabbath. 1.